Welcome back everyone to the Clips channel for yet another predictions video. I know these maybe not your cup of tea, but I do them for fun. Euro 2024 kicks off in just under 48 hours time when Germany take on Scotland in the opening game, which is going to be brilliant. It's going to be fantastic. But I'm going to be using the Telegraph's predictor, like everyone else does, to predict the groups and who the winner's going to be. So let's begin, shall we? So beginning with Group A, we have Germany, Scotland, Hungary and Switzerland. You can't see Switzerland, but Switzerland are the other team in this group. Now, this is an interesting group because obviously you've got Germany who are the hosts, and I'll go straight in saying they're going to be first. I think home advantage. I think they're starting to build something, Germany. I think that they will top their group just because of home advantage. And looking at the other teams, you can give them a good account, Germany. But the other three teams, this is interesting. Because I think they all have an equal chance of going through. They all had really good qualifying. I feel loads of people are undermining Switzerland. People forget how good Switzerland can be in these competitions. But the team I think that are going to be second place, Hungary. Because they have, in the last few years, they're starting to build something, you know. They are really starting to get there. They have a good young core of players. I think they were unbeaten in their qualifying as well. And they've been in really good form for the last few months. So I think they'll get second. Who's going to come third? Switzerland. I think Switzerland are going to come first. Again, I think they're a country that people underrate a lot. I think that they are a really good team. They're really solid, but people just don't think about them. Scotland, unfortunately, yeah, I'm sorry. I think they're going to be last, but I think they'll draw 2 and lose 1. I think that's why they'll come last. You know, I think that's why they'll come last. I think the only game they'll lose will be the opening game against Germany. They'll draw against the other two. That's what's going to happen. Next up, we have Group B. Now, this is a very fascinating group. We've got Spain, Croatia, Italy, and Albania. Again, you can't see them, but it's Albania. And, I actually don't know. Obviously, Italy are the current champions, but they don't convince me. But I suppose it didn't really convince people when they won it last time. But they still ended up winning the whole thing. I think the team that will come first will be Spain. I think they're starting to get back. They're getting into another era, you know, like they did in the late 2000s, early 2010s. I think they're slowly building to that again. So I think they'll top the group. But the team I think that will come in second, Croatia. The last few tournaments, they have been phenomenal. Obviously, Luka Modric, he's still going to this day. I think this will be his last international tournament, but I think he's gonna really guide Croatia. Obviously, they got players like Josko Gvardiol as well from Manchester City. I don't know. I do think that they're gonna pip second place, get the automatic qualifying spot. But I think Italy will come third. Obviously, sorry Albania, no offense, but I see them losing all of these games, but I think it'll be close. I think they'll lose these games by like a goal. Like they'll give a really good account of themselves, but I just don't see themselves getting a point in any of these games. Maybe in Italy, Croatia, but yeah, I don't see them doing anything like that, unfortunately. But yeah, Italy, I think they'll come third. But I think they will win, obviously, against Albania, which will help them go through in the third place rankings, which we'll get to in a minute. Group C. Okay, now this one means a lot because England are in it, my home country. It would be silly to not put England first, but I have massive doubts for this tournament. This is why I've left it late, because obviously England lost to Iceland the other day. And when they played against Bosnia as well, they didn't seem that convincing. I don't know. There's something about England. It just doesn't feel right, obviously, they have the likes of Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham, who have now been in different countries. Obviously, Harry Kane has been in Germany. So we're starting to get players who are more experienced outside of England, which is good. This is really good for us. I think we will top the group, but we will scrape all of these games. I think we'll draw against Denmark. Serbia will be like a 1-0 win by a penalty. Slovenia might be like 2-1. 2-1, 3-1. I hope I'm wrong, but I just... England are going to struggle. But who's going to come second? It's between these two. I'm going to go with Serbia. They have such an underrated squad. They were put as dark horses in the last World Cup, but they just weren't quite there yet. I think this tournament, they'll really show their strengths, because I looked at their team like a few hours ago, and I was like, oh my god, like that's a really solid team. So I think they will pip Denmark to third place. And again, you may be like, what are you doing? Why not picking Denmark? I really want Denmark to go through, because obviously my boy Rasmus Højlund is in the Danish squad. I really hope they go through, but I don't know. I mean, at the World Cup, they were poor, out in the group stages. I just think that they still might have that in them. I still think they have that in them. But we'll get to the third place rankings in a minute. But yes, Slovenia, sorry, I don't know enough about them. That's kind of the problem. I don't really know enough about them. I just don't see them coming higher than last, unfortunately. But I might be wrong. That's the whole point of a predictions video. This is a good group. This is my group of death. Netherlands, Austria, France, Poland. Who is going to top this group? Obviously, I'm thinking it's going to be France. The power that they have in that team. Their second team and their third team is 10 times better than most of the other countries' first teams. I think they're going to waltz this group. 3 out of 3 wins. I think they're going to just glide through. Mbappe is going to be on fire. He's got that move to Real Madrid now. He is going to be in the form of his life in this tournament. So, France, first place. And they want to avenge that World Cup defeat from 2 years ago. Who do I see going second though? See, now this is why I wanted to make this video later, because the Netherlands, they've had quite a few injury troubles. Koopmeiners, I think it's Koopmeiners, and Frenkie de Jong, they're both missing the tournament. And Austria have, since Ralf Rangnick has come in, they have been a really solid side, like really, really solid. And don't forget about Poland. Poland are also a great team. They've got great players. Lewandowski's still kicking about. Who do I think is going to come second place? I think the Dutch are just going to nick it. But just. Because they'll be level on points with Austria. They'll be level on points. Netherlands and Austria will have 1 win, 1 draw, 1 defeat. They will both have that. That's what I think is going to happen. They're both going to lose to France. They'll draw against each other, but they'll beat Poland. I think Poland will be unlucky, but I think that is what's going to happen with Group D. Group E. Now, this one's actually really tough because... So we have Belgium, Slovakia, Romania, and Ukraine. Who's going to top the group? I think it'll be Belgium. Do I though? Ooh. Hang on, I might be a bit different with this group because this group seems a little unpredictable to me. I think Ukraine will top the group. Now you may be thinking I'm crazy, and maybe I am. But Ukraine, they seem like a team, obviously with the spirit of what's going on in real life, with all the scenarios in their home country. I feel like they're really going to show up for this tournament. because they weren't in the they weren't in the World Cup. This is their first tournament since, you know, what has happened between them and Russia. I think they'll top their group. And you may be thinking, why not Belgium? Belgium's golden generation, they really screwed that up. They still obviously have the likes of De Bruyne and Lukaku, players like that, but they're a lot older now. And I think it was the last World Cup when De Bruyne basically just said, we've given up. You know, that's the mentality that this Belgian side have. I think they will come second, but they're not going to be that good. I just don't see them doing too well. But yes, Ukraine, I think they're going to top the group with Belgium coming second. Who's going to take third place? So now this is the problem, Slovakia and Romania. I don't really know a lot about these two. I really don't. Slovakia obviously have... Do they? I might be wrong. If I'm thinking correctly, Slovakia have Jan Oblak, but one great goalie isn't gonna get you very far. Romania, I think Romania have a decent amount of young talent though. If I'm remembering correctly, I think Romania will pip third place from Slovakia, but I think these two will draw. I think these two will be level on points. Final group, Group F, we have Turkey, Georgia, Portugal, and the Czech Republic. Now, I think the obvious one, and I think this will happen, Portugal are definitely going to come top. That's what I think is going to happen. I think Ronaldo is going to just... He's going to get them important goals. I think Portugal, honestly, they're going to be right up there this time. Obviously, Bruno Fernandes, he seems to be in the form... I mean, he's always in the form of his life. I love that man to bits. I think Fernandes will carry Portugal through this tournament. But again, the team they've got is phenomenal. Will the manager help them, though? The manager was the manager of the Belgian Golden Generation, who I just said were kind of bottle jobs a bit. But I don't know, this Portugal team just seems to be on fire right now. They can't screw this up. Who is going to come second? Now, we have three very interesting teams here. Turkey were everyone's dark horses in the last Euros. They were terrible. So I don't think it'll be them. Georgia is their first ever European Championship. It's their first ever competition full stop. They have a really exciting squad. I don't see them come second though. The team I'm going to put in second, my boys, the Czech Republic. And I'm only really saying that because I went to the Czech Republic 4 months ago. But they are actually a good footballing nation, believe it or not. So I just think they have that bit more quality than Turkey, who are going to come third in my rankings. And Georgia, and it is your first time, you're going to give a good account of yourselves, but I don't see you winning any games. You might get the odd point, but that's what I see. Portugal first, Czech Republic second, third for Turkey, and last for Georgia. Okay, now this is obviously the interesting part of the European Championships. Third place can actually get you qualified. And we have here the teams I put in third place: Switzerland, Italy, Denmark, Austria, Romania, and Turkey. I didn't mean to put Italy first. That was an accident. But do I think Italy will come first? Who do they have? They have Albania in their group. So yeah, I think Italy will come second because I said that they would... Was it then that I said that would get joint points with Croatia? I'm going to put Italy first. But who do I put next? So, Denmark. I'm going to put Turkey in second. I just think with them against Georgia, I think it could be high scoring. I don't know. I know I said Georgia gave a good account of themselves, but I think Turkey will get a job done against them, which should be enough for them. I don't think Switzerland will. I think the last two will be Denmark and Austria. Because Denmark, they have... Oh, they're obviously in England's group, but they can nick points against the likes of England and Serbia. And they'll probably most likely beat Slovenia, so I think that'll be enough. In fact, Denmark, you're going to be my first place. With Italy in second, because they'll have a really good go against... Well, they'll probably batter Albania, but then they might get a point against Spain or Croatia. Turkey, I think the Georgia game will be enough, and I think they'll get a point against the Czech Republic. Austria, they'll scrape past Poland, and they could beat... Well, if they beat the Netherlands, they'd be in second. I think they'll draw against the Netherlands. That'll be enough. Oh, I did say that. That's the group that I said that Netherlands, Austria will be tied, but Netherlands will just be in second. So in fact, Austria can go second, and Italy can go third. Turkey, just about. Unfortunately, Switzerland and Romania will be the bottom two. Womp womp. Well, apologies about that. We've had to move to a different website because the Telegraph wanted money from me, and I'm not giving them any money. So, here are the round of 16 games. Very exciting games. Germany and Serbia. Oh, I said Serbia was a possible dark horse. That's the problem. That is the problem. Because Germany have been so poor the last three tournaments that me just boldly assuming that because they're at home they're going to be better. Yeah, they will. They will though, won't they? They just will. Germany are going to go through. But this next one is interesting. Hungary and Croatia. I mentioned before about Modric, Gvardiol and all that in the Croatia team. But Hungary's form has been really good the last few months. And because of that, I'm going to go with Hungary in the quarterfinals. Spain, Turkey, this one seems pretty easy to me. I think Spain, they're going to go through with ease. It'll be like 3 or 4-0. So I don't know. Turkey scraped through for me. I don't see them getting anywhere past the round of 16. God damn it, this one sucks. Obviously, I'm English. England, Austria, an Austrian team who have been revitalised under Ralf Rangnick. An England team who just don't know their identity, seemingly, because they always struggle. But this is the kind of game England will win on penalties. Yes, I think England will scrape through on penalties for this game. This is a good game. Portugal, Italy. But I mentioned before, the firepower that Portugal has, I don't see anyone in like these rounds, especially someone like Italy, I don't see them getting anywhere close against them. I'm saying 3-1 Portugal for this one. I've picked all the home teams so far, seemingly. But no, I just think that they're just going to overpower them. The Netherlands, Belgium, I mentioned before. Netherlands, they're a lot weaker than they were a week ago. But I was also saying that Belgium just, they aren't in the right mindset. They never have. They always just lose the confidence. They don't have the ability to really do well in these tournaments. Obviously, they came third in the World Cup 6 years ago. But, that was 6 years ago. This is actually really tough. I think the Dutch just scrape through on this one. Oh, this is an exciting one. Ukraine and Denmark. I put Ukraine top of the group and I put Denmark third. But Denmark, I think Denmark will win this one. I think they just have a better squad. I think that they will win this one. That's all I'm going to say. They will win. They would win in a game between those two. France and Czechia. Oh, this one's tough. No, it's not. France, like 3-0, sure. Quarterfinals time. Now, these are good bloody quarterfinals, I'll tell you that. Oh dear, Spain, Germany. Oh. Oh man. Wow, what a game. Spain. Yeah, I'm feeling Spain for this one. Like I said, I just mentioned before about Germany's past in the last few years. I think Spain will overcome them. No, it was a draw between them in the World Cup. I just think Spain are a better team. They will upset the home crowd in this game. Portugal, Netherlands. Well, I've got to make up for my word. Portugal are going to win this one. And again, with Netherlands and their injury mishaps in the last few days, and France, this will be a lot closer. Denmark will give them a proper fight, but again, just France, the firepower they've got. Of course they're going to win that game. And England, Hungary. Hungary obviously beat England 4-0 the last time they played against each other. But this time, in a major tournament, England are going to get the job done. They'll just get it done. Now for the semi-finals. Semi-finals, man. These two games would be unbelievable. Spain, Portugal, Iberian Derby. Who's going to win this for me? Portugal. The team that they've got will get the job done. Bruno Fernandes, he's scoring a free kick. Ronaldo, he's getting another one as well. 2-0 to Portugal in this game. I'm telling you now, that's what it would be. And a rematch of the World Cup. France, England. Who is going to win this one? France, of course. Very pessimistic of me, but England, they just can't. Whenever they come against these big teams, they can't do it. And I don't feel positive this year. Semi-final exit for me. Now for the big one. The final. In Berlin. In July. Portugal and France. A rematch of the 2016 European Championship final, where Portugal won that by 1-0. This time, let me picture the game out for you. Game kicks off. 5 minutes in. Kylian Mbappe is through. Saved by the goalkeeper. 10 minutes pass by. Ronaldo is put through. Saved by the goalkeeper. Bernardo Silva gets tapping. 1-0 Portugal. Half time. Portugal 1-0 up. 70 minutes have gone. Still 1-0. France, they're starting to pick it up a bit. They bring on a few subs, they change things around. Nice passing play. Ball is whipped in. Antoine Griezmann's there to prod it in. 1-1. 90th minute. Mbappe's through again. He's brought down. Penalty to France. 2-1 to France. Game, set, match. And that is who is winning the European Championships. After 24 years, France will be the kings of Europe. In a very, very close game. But yes, that is what I think is going to happen. Hopefully, well, I hope I'm not right. I hope England win. But if France win, I'm a genius. But anyway, thank you for watching. We'll see you for the start of the Premier League season in about 2 months' time. See you then, gamers.